Hey guys, today I thought I'd talk about something that's been getting on my nerves lately since it's been a bit since I did that. 3 months actually, and it was my worst performing video. That's not gonna dissuade me though, because I like being annoying. So I've been online a lot recently, a lot more than I normally am. For January, I've been doing one of those social media fasts, but specifically for Instagram, since before my whole life has been taken up by Reels. I just couldn't get enough of just scrolling through Metal Gear Solid memes and edits and Fallout memes and edits. It was too much. While I may have been successful at decreasing my time on Instagram, my Twitter and YouTube Shorts usage has increased quite a bit to meet it. Probably not awesome. However, the hellscape of Twitter is what I want to mostly focus on today. Mainly the different fandoms I've been a part of. Because there's a pattern I've noticed, and a lot of you have probably noticed it too. Today, we're going to be discussing a whole lot of tourism. Let's get started. I'd say I'm involved in a lot of different spaces. I'm a nerd for all the pretty basic stuff. Warhammer, Transformers, Fallout, Metal Gear, Pokemon, and all the other generic dude stuff that people like. When it comes to being on the internet though, I more view myself as an outside observer. Yeah, maybe I'll upload a video about something I'm into or comment on a Twitter post, but for the most part, I just enjoy watching people interact. It's like when you're on a tall tower and you're looking down all the little people scurrying around as the city moves. It's pretty much just people watching with internet users, and I don't know why I came up with an analogy for the way that 95% of people use social media. The main thing I see in the fandoms is conflict. Of course, that's the thing that the Twitter algorithm awards and boosts because it generates the most impressions and clicks and whatever other word you want to use for that. Whenever people are arguing about a game or hobby, 99% of the time it boils down to who is the real fan. And because of this, the word tourist gets thrown around a lot. A lot. Way too much. If any of you aren't super online, that term is exactly what it sounds like. On one side, there's the real fans, or the locals, and the other, there's the people who are just visiting and pretending to have an understanding of the lore and culture, like a tourist. Similar to me in Japan saying thank you and excuse me or whatever. Except in this case, instead of just saying some words in a different language, it's usually discrimination towards minorities. But if only it were that simple, because all the time, as I was saying, people argue over who's the tourist, who's the real fan, who's the whatever. I can't handle it anymore. I can't take it anymore. The easiest way to show this is with Warhammer 40k, because there's a lot more of a concentration of losers in that hobby compared to my other ones. I'm including myself in that count, so if you're a Warhammer fan, don't get mad at me. I'm one too. It's something you gotta accept. I paint plastic models for fun. Come on. A debate for a while now has been over female custodies. You see, for the longest time, Space Marines were strictly male. And you know what? They're still like that. However, a group that has changed is the Custodies. They had women in their ranks officially canonized in 2024, I think. Personally, I do not care about this issue. It has no effect on me whatsoever. Custodies are not one of my factions. I do think Space Marines should remain all dudes, but Custodies, yeah, whatever, make some woman. I don't care. However, one side of the community has decided that this goes against everything they stand for. They are the true knowers of Warhammer lore, and this goes against it. And in a certain way, they kind of have a point. Things have been one way for so long, so why change it? The side answer to this is obviously money. Games Workshop's just gonna do whatever helps them sell more models, so yeah. The thing is, sure, maybe there are some people who are arguing this in good faith, but most of the people who hate on female custodies are just really discriminatory people. Very much hateful. To them, this is woke DEI or whatever other buzzwords you want to throw in there. And the side that enjoys female custodies are gay woke tourists. And to these gay woke tourists, The other side are Nazi tourists. Gotta say, have to side with the gay wokes this time. However, it really annoys me how much tourist is thrown around. Because there are some accounts that really are the true definition of tourist, like John Del Araz. Yeah, I'm definitely saying that wrong. I don't completely care. All he posts is culture war stuff, and it's mostly stupid. He seems to get Space Marines and Custodes mixed up quite a lot, which is really weird for someone who claims to be part of the group of real fans that are against female Custodes. Just a complete side note that really doesn't have anything to do with this video. When I was researching to write this, I was looking through his videos, and apparently he got mad that the He-Man trailer, like the new one, had pronouns in it. Like, buddy, his name is a pronoun and a gender. That's the joke. That's the gag they're pulling with that, buddy. Even I, who was born way after He-Man was relevant, can understand this. But aside from that guy and lots of others like him, there are actually people who are homophobic, transphobic, and whatever else phobic that paint models and read the books and play the game. And it's a sucky reality to accept. Some people can be hateful and suck, but they may not be tourists. That may not be the most accurate descriptor. Sure, you can think that they don't belong in the community, but it's not the right word. I know this is like a stupid, petty little thing because it doesn't really matter what word is used, especially if they're sucky people, but I'm just talking about my pet peeves. I know, it's whatever. But it is usually more fitting to call these people tourists since it seems like they have a high rate of being them. And obviously calling gay people or women tourists just because they're gay or women and saying they're ruining the hobby is evil and wrong, much more so than calling someone who's hateful a tourist. But either way, I just want to hear people stop complaining about crap. Like, dude, you're 40 years old and you're on the internet crying that your little plastic model is a woman now, and you're not obligated to buy that model. No, you can print your own models if you want, but you're gonna go on the internet and freaking cry about it. Dude, grow up. Kind of hypocritical because I'm on the internet right now as an adult complaining about stuff, but I feel like one's more pathetic than the other. Little break, gotta do the energy drink review. So today we got C4 Performance Energy. Oh, what is this? Strawberry Blast Zero Sugar. Oh boy. We're gonna crack this open. Cheers. You know, it tastes good. But to be honest, I'm not the biggest C4 fan. If you know anything about them, they're more of a pre-workout company than just energy drinks. And I mean, they're not a good pre-workout company, but overall it makes my head buzz a little bit too much. Usually doesn't make me feel great. But they were $6 for 12 cans on Amazon. So it was like 50 cents a can. That's a deal. I'm taking that. I'm frugal, baby. So I don't know if I'm gonna be drinking a whole lot more of this tonight. I still gotta go to bed. Factoring in how I know how it makes me feel and the taste, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Back to the video, we're gonna move on to a different scenario. Fallout. This is the area where I am the most tourist. I wouldn't get mad if someone called me that. You wanna know why? I first got into Fallout because of season 1 of the TV show. I know. Laugh at me all you want. I'm late to the game. To defend myself a little bit, when I was a kid, my parents were strict. They didn't let me play anything too mature. The only rated M game I could have was Halo. Don't specifically know why that exception was made, but I love Halo, so I'm happy. But I didn't get to play the Fallout games as a kid. It wasn't until like I was 17 or 18 where I had a little bit more freedom that I actually got to play them. After watching the show, I downloaded Fallout 4 and played through it since it's the most recent mainline game. And gotta say, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't like it for very much valid reasons, but I really liked it. I then tried 76. I got like 20 minutes in and I could not do it anymore. I don't know if I can. I don't think I'm gonna play it ever. I'm glad I did Fallout 4 first because I feel like it really made me enjoy New Vegas more than I would have without it. New Vegas is a great game, absolutely blows 4 out of the water. I can put up with crashing and clunky mechanics, honestly. It's not that bad. I love the game. I mean, obviously, look, I have a poster up. That's a big statement, isn't it? It is my favorite one so far, but we'll have to see if 3 can change that. I highly doubt it will, though, because I'm from the South, and we love cowboys. Obviously, I'm not a Fallout expert. I'm definitely a fan. I love playing them, but I would never say I'm the end all be all opinion when it comes to Fallout. Because of that, I can't really say what real Fallout is or what Fallout is meant to be. The thing I can talk about is the interactions I've seen between people. You see, Fallout is nothing like war. It has changed a lot. Looking at Fallout 1 and comparing it to 4, it's this really weird, odd feeling where it's like, these aren't the same game series, but they are. I mean, it's the same thing with like looking back at Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid Snake, and comparing it with Metal Gear Solid V. It's just like, whoa, like crazy, odd whiplash feeling. Not necessarily a bad thing, just something I feel. Because of this, though, lots of people have opinions on what they think that Fallout should really be, and they like to argue. Especially with season 2 coming out and revolving around New Vegas and making some changes. Because of this, a lot of people get mad at New Vegas fanboys for complaining, and people who don't like modern Fallout call people who do shills and sellouts or tourists, of course. And it kind of sucks to see it. I don't like seeing stuff like that. I don't get enjoyment out of arguments. I'm not one of those people. I've always much preferred peace over anything like that. But I feel like, why can't we just come together and remember something we all have in common? We hate Bethesda. Sure, gritty, serious Fallout is cool. Goofy Fallout is cool. It's all cool. You know it's not cool? Bethesda and Microsoft. We don't like them. Come on, guys, let's just hug it out. Hug it out. Yeah, I don't really have much opinion on it other than old Fallout is cool, new Fallout is cool. I like both the tones. I like the TV series. I love the story of the first games. Haven't played the first games. New Vegas is awesome, as I said. But I just hate Microsoft. I know I don't really have solutions to stuff. I just wanted to talk about the tourism stuff on my mind. I wanted to complain. Sue me. There's a lot more to talk about, especially in spaces like Pokemon with posers like Logan Paul and all the scalpers, but that's a topic for another day. That could be a whole different video, and it stresses me out too much right now to talk about. But you know what I do want to talk about? Channel membership. This week we have our first channel member, a long-time supporter of the channel, Hyperion. I mean, if you've been into any of my comment sections, you've probably seen this guy. Thank you very much, Hyperion. Very super awesome. Thanks for the support. I'm going to be reading out old and new channel member names every video. So if you want to join in, just sign up. Well, I don't actually know how much it is. I put 99 cents for the option, but then I checked on an alt account and it said it was $147. So I guess it's less than $2, maybe. I don't know what the actual price is. Someone let me know. But if you're another longtime supporter, don't feel obligated at all. This isn't something you have to do. You can support me in so many other ways by just like sharing my channel. Anything helps really because I love doing this. Also, another perk is that you get videos early, just like whenever I finish it and upload it to YouTube before it officially releases, you get it. So that's cool. There's not a firm amount of days before that you get it. It's just whenever I finish, which varies a lot. All right, I've been yapping way too much about that. Like, subscribe, comment if you think my opinions were stupid. Hype the video if you're on mobile, because that actually helps a lot. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.